In this video, I'm showing you guys the new Utopia deck list. The new support is coming and it is really strong. Every material that gets detached from the new support does a search, and that means every card is a +1 or it never goes -1, which is insane to see. We've got extenders from the hand, which I never thought we'd get, but I guess with Ryzeal in the meta game, I think that's just the new way Exceeds are getting power crept, which is, you'll have to see it. You can definitely have a setup, and I'm going to show you the video where you're going to force the Nibiru in their hand, otherwise you're going to go full combo. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. What video would you like me to cover next on the channel? So yeah, I think I've said enough, guys. Let's get into the deck profile, and I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, so this is the new one card combo. I know you've seen a lot of them online already. I've managed to find one a little bit more interesting, and obviously with Utopia you can go the ceiling is so high for this deck, which is what I love about it. Combos can take a long time though, but it's a very fun deck. Can play through so many hand traps now. This is what I'm calling the new one card combo. Already guys, we're starting off with something a little bit interesting. This is a card I don't think anyone has ever probably heard of, called Exceed Shift. Now I've done my digging, I've been in the lab, and this card lets you tribute an Exceed monster, special summon a Exceed monster from the extra deck with the same rank. The best part though, you can detach the spell card, which adds itself as a material to do the effect of the card. And it just so happens, again, this is the third summon. We're going to tribute, well, we're going to do it now, the combo. Let's do the search first with Goblinberg, very powerful, and summon Dodo Warrior to Selfie Glove in the graveyard, which is very important. But there we go, guys. Exceed Shift, this is searchable as an Exceed card. We're going to summon Gaga Magician, which can bring back the Gale and then go for the Utopic combo. So, this is a similar early board you've seen in other one card combos. If you have extenders in hand already, you don't even need to summon the Warrior or the Glove. But because it's a one card combo, let's just keep going. But most importantly, there's a bit more to it, guys. There we go. We actually summoned Twins of the Eclipse, which means if they Nibiru, Draco Future comes back, which is what you love to see, right? So remember, when you summon the Utopic Sage, that's the first Exceed you summon in the normal combo. You might get Nibiru, you're going to lose the Ascended Sage. You don't want to see that, right? But we've summoned Draco Future with Eclipse, guys. And so now we can actually play the game. So, Glove summon Zubaba. This is going to search for the Coat, which is probably the best one. He plays at 3 now, definitely. Summon the Utopic Sage now. Go into the Ascended Sage. And then Zubaba triggers, adding the Knight, Gambara Knight. Summon the Utopic. And guys, there's so much layers to this combo. Just keep watching because it gets really interesting. Also, I'm going to cover the deck list. We've taken out Exceed Change Tactics. Now, I think that card is super fun, but because of how consistent the deck is, I'd rather not run cards that don't let me make a Exceed monster to be as competitively viable. And so that's why a card like Exceed Shift makes sense. It's a searchable card. You can run the trap. Let's pause here as well because we're doing a lot of stuff here, but you can also run the trap, post-siding, and that way you're still playing it. But as you can see, what we've just done, we've summoned Dogares, we brought back Onomat PR. We've got an interesting card in our hand, guys. Go Golem, Golden Form. So this card is actually a monster negation on the field. If it was anywhere, this card would be broken and everyone would play it. It contribute a go monster, and then it gains double the attack. Take away 1500 attack to negate a monster effect on either field once per turn. And it just so happens this guy counts as all the Onomat names, and it's 1500. So this becomes 3k. That's 2 negation. You can end the board any way you want. From here, we could even still do the FTK, just change a few things. But this is a pretty cool tech. I feel like this is something a little bit different. Obviously, we've got the negation here. We've got negation here. We've got monster negation here. Monster negation and steal. If they get rid of it, it comes back. We've got the guy that can steal a monster. And obviously, we're going to summon Harbinger on the opponent's standby phase, draw phase. So this is the one card combo I'm going to be testing out. I really like this. Also, I like that Golem can special summon itself Golden Form as a 3k beast stick. This is something I've just been testing, but let me know in the comments if you're going to try this as well. I actually think this is a pretty cool tech. Again, it's a 1 tribute for a monster negation. I think that's pretty good, especially going second when they do like an imperp on your Goblinberg. So yeah, pretty good, guys. This is the end board, and again, you can take this any way you want. This is what I'm running for now. I think this is pretty cool. You can also run things like Abyss Dweller, and I definitely think you should. But before we go to the deck profile, some other thoughts I have about Utopia. I think this deck can potentially move away from Utopia Ray, and it can potentially move away from Dragonite, which is insane to say. But if you want to make this as competitive as possible, run less bricks like the Ascend Sage, like the rank up spell, and obviously 2 extra deck spaces, I'd rather have Zeus Because remember, guys, let's be honest, Zeus ultimately wins games. The reason why this card was hit in the OCG and why it was just being a rampage, right? So in this deck, you can also just go for a full mat Utopia, attack, and summon Zeus. So to have the most flexibility and be competitively viable, I was thinking maybe to take these guys out. But leave in the comments if you agree or disagree. Is that really crazy? Because remember, guys, with all these materials, detaching and searching, we could potentially just spam Utopic monsters and maybe a Ryzeal engine or something else. But yeah, that's what I've been thinking in my head about what to do. I do like the fact we have the Omni Negate searchable trap, and we're gonna have a second one with Utopia. But I still think this is something quite decent. I highly recommend you try this build. The golden form golem, feel free to adjust that. I thought this is a pretty cool thing, pretty random, interesting card, and it just stuck out to me as well. But yeah, let's move on to a replay and then the deck profile. Alright guys, so in this replay, we're playing off against the new Yummy archetype from Justice Hunters. So we started with a Fualos, which is not bad. They've got a Sky Striker package with the Yummy cards. And they're running the Treasure of the King. This is the Odeon archetype. So I think this is game 3 as well, and they're going second, so they're going first. So off the bat, it doesn't look great for us. We have an Nibiru though, and we have a Lightning Storm, but they are still going to do a quite nice board here. The Nibiru is dead because they did it under 5 summons, and they have the Omni Negate, and they have the Omni Negate set up as well to beat one of our board breakers. We bait them with a Feather Duster, which is not bad. They obviously have to negate that. Then we hit them with the Lightning Storm. But the Yummy cards are really, really powerful. They can synchro on the opponent's turn. They can banish, bounce, destroy. Basically, every removal in the game is accessible. They kind of remind me of Sprite and Vernasilf or Naturia, actually. That's actually the best way to think about it. And they're really annoying as well. So they can, again, bounce, synchro summon, do any kind of removal in the game. And they are going to do that right now, guys. Check it out. Now, the reason why I kept this replay is you can see through all of this disruption, all of these effects, we're actually still putting in the work, and with a basic Utopia build pre-support, this would not be possible. And so yeah, shouts to these new cards like Warrior, you have to special from the grave, sub the glove, which is super important. Even making this a level 4, making Nibiru a level 4, guys, to bring out the Ascended Sage, and then go from here. I think we're probably going to win this game, given how it's looking right now. The glove, especially in the Knight getting to search, and the opponent surrender. But this just goes to show, guys, the support is a big game changer, and I definitely don't think people should be sleeping on this deck. This deck is definitely something to look into and be aware of when the support comes out. But now it's time for the deck profile. I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, so I have a few Utopia versions. This one's called Utopia Power Spells. That's what I've called it. I've been trying to use different versions. Is there a CROSSOUT hand trap version because you want to protect your power cards? Or do you just go simple board breakers? But all the main monsters as a 3 of, Knight is a level 3, and so that's why I would put it as 1. You also need to normal summon it to get its effect to go off, and there's no effect to cheat special like the other ones, like Ryzeal, right? This one can special from hand, very powerful. This one though, the search effect when it goes to the grave is not that useful, but it can search golden form, which I thought was quite good as an extender potentially. And it's a 3k beast when you summon it over Utopic. Daughter of the Warrior is probably the most important extender in the deck, because you can just send the glove to the graveyard, which is really important. Sending Onomat is really important as well. And then this is the best normal summon in the game now for Utopia, and it's the 1-card combo which can go through so many routes. You've got the FTK with the Mystic Walk, you've got the field spell that put the number monster under the chaos number monster. So many methods with this 1 card. So running at 3, and then the cards that we used to run at 3 and used to, you know, prioritize, the ratios have changed slightly. You've got 1 glove, 2 Onomatopia, and a lot of people are running 1, but I think you have to run 2 for this card, especially because the name, the fact that you can special so many from hand, unclog your hand as well. And obviously in the combos, when you're searching a lot, you've got 5 cards in your hand, you probably have multiples. Those multiples can turn into extra Exceed monsters. Still run the Twin Saber, and again, why I brought up in the Duel replay and the combo is taking this card out with Leo Utopia Ray, less bricks in the deck, maybe another engine can be added, maybe Kashtira. I know I did a Kashtira Utopia deck profile. If you want to see an updated one with the new support, let me know in the comments down below. Moving on, we've got Ascended Sage again. I mean, I love Ascended Sage. I love that you can bridge into 2 number monsters with Dragonar, and Dragonar's got a really, really strong effect. We've got the new Harbinger Dragon coming out as well. So, I don't know, maybe there's reason to keep this package. But it's worth thinking to take it out to see how far the deck can go. 3 pickups, 3 Pyras. You have to run these. These add you everything in the game. Adding 2 cards with this is busted. This is like Melody Awakening Dragons, the new Saga Blue Eye spell, super powerful. This is the card you want to Ash Blossom. Don't make games too complicated. If you're going second and you've been able to out the disruption, just summon Utopia and OTK with double or nothing. It's that simple, so don't forget. Exceed Shift, I'm going to keep running this card. Going second obviously can be a bit more awkward. However, again, it's searchable, right? So you can also keep it as a material when you tribute the Exceed monster. And in my eyes, this just turbos out Draco Future, which can control by battle or card effects, negates monster effects anywhere, and steals the monster. Guys, that is probably one of the best boss monsters we've got in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Dreadnought cannot even touch Utopic Future. You could say Utopic Future outs Dreadnought. The new Utopic Future outs Dreadnought as well. You could say this deck is the Ryzeal killer, potentially. Moving on, Thrust and Talents, because I realized these normal spells are what start the game for us. We've got to make sure we search them, and then Thrust to, again, get the Talents. I noticed, this deck can play around 2-3 hand traps easy. Sometimes, though, you need that Talent to take out the 3rd hand trap in hand, maybe a Nibiru. And then we've got some non-engine as well. Moving on to the extra deck, this is where a lot of people are going to have different opinions. I'm testing out so many things. You've obviously, you can see, you've got a Beguska and a Zeus in the extra deck at the bottom. I'm still thinking, is it worth running Dagares? Is it worth running Eclipse? I really like Zeus, and I want to make space for Zeus. So that's where I thought maybe I'll take out the Dragonar package, which probably I shouldn't do because it's some of Hope Harbinger. But maybe Neo Utopia Ray guys has to leave the deck. I mean, this doesn't help us bridge into the new Utopic, the old Utopic. It's super powerful. Don't get me wrong, it's a permanent imperm negation and it reduces the attack. It's a double negation with the Saber. But the Saber is a brick if you draw it. So a lot of back and forth. But the rest of that, guys, is pretty standard. I used to run the Utopia Rising. Again, I don't think you need that because Eclipse seems like a power creep to it, which is super interesting. And also, you can detach a material from this, get the search going first, just to trigger the search, even though you don't need it. So I think that's pretty good. And then, guys, a pretty standard side deck. And yeah, putting Beguska in the side for like Dragon Tail or a Fusion deck, I think is really good. I think we've seen Branded becoming more popular now because of Dragon Tail. So get ready for that. Obviously, you've got the Ryzeal cards as well. And then we have Zeus. I mean, I think Zeus is probably the best XC monster in the whole Yu-Gi-Oh game, even to the ones that are banned. And for that reason, I think you should be running Zeus. Make space for it. Dagares, I'm testing out. It's a number monster as well. Again, you have to detach 2 though, so you can't really summon it. Pop Harbinger. But I like that when you get hand trapped badly, you can at least draw 2 cards and combo up because everything is an extender, right? You got the Goblin Bird, the Warrior, and the Knight, which are great extenders, and the Colt as well, actually. But more importantly, you can also special from the grave. Maybe there's a material you didn't get to detach because they Nibiru'd, bring it back, maybe go for an Eclipse with that level 4 rank 4, and then go into a Utopic if another rank 4 is on the field. Let me just show you my Utopia CROSSOUT build as well if you guys want to check out this one. Definitely check out both builds. Yeah, you guys have heard me talk about Utopia a lot on this channel. I'm really excited for this, and I'm going to be playing this a lot more. If you want a follow-up video, let me know in the comments down below, guys. I need to know if you guys want to see this. What else should I cover? See which one you like and try them out. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.